Rejection. Rejection triggers your brain's fight or flight reaction. So no wonder we work so hard to avoid it. What's going down is Mondays with Blake. It is Monday, January 2nd, 2023. Hope you guys had a safe holiday. It's time to get back to work. Listen, this first Mondays with Blake is going to be a part one of a two-part series, which is going to be all about becoming rejection proof. So your brain actually senses rejection just the same way it would sense any other danger in life, right? Let's say you're being chased by a dog or some loud boom happened next door. Your brain automatically jumps into fight or flight mode. That's what happens when you sense rejection. And guess what? You're in sales. If you're going to be successful in sales, you're going to have to go out and seek rejection every single day. So, in this part one, part two series of becoming rejection proof, I'm going to be sharing with you 7 disruptive emotions that will cause you to go into that fight or flight mode. This is what happens. This is what makes you avoid rejection at all costs. Our bodies just do it, it's natural. But in any sales situation, the person who can control their emotions wins. So let's jump right into the first one. All right. The first one is fear. Literally, fear. We are afraid of rejection. We are afraid of just things. What's your biggest fear? I guarantee you, rejection is one of them. You don't even know it. Fear is what actually will cause you to have call reluctance, analysis paralysis, you name it. Fear is one of the worst ones that you can have. Okay. That's one of the worst emotions that you can have. And it's the one that causes us to avoid every ounce of any pain that will be caused by rejection. Number two is desperation, right? Desperation makes you needy and weak. Now, you already know what desperation is. You felt it before, right? Let's say, as a real estate agent, you walked into a listing appointment and you had no other listings at that time. You're more likely to take on a overpriced listing because you're needy. Prospects can sense that. And sometimes some prospects will actually feed on that and take advantage of you. So you have to definitely control desperation. Number three, insecurity, right? Insecurity actually drowns out all your confidence. You become afraid to ask, and asking with confidence is what's going to get you what you want in life, in sales, you name it. Number four is the need for significance. Everybody wants to feel important, right? This actually is one of the biggest ones that causes your fight or flight reaction, because when you don't feel important, you start to get offensive. And this is what happens when prospects on the phone, they hit you with rejection. Stop calling me. Don't call me ever again. You the scum of the earth. I know you've heard it if you've been prospecting long enough. You've probably heard it all. These are things that can start causing insecurities. And when that happens, you're in trouble. Fifth one is attachment, right? So attachment happens when you become so focused on winning, you lose perspective and objectivity. Okay. Now, if you're thinking about it from a prospecting perspective, you catch that rejection, you go into the fight or flight mode. Your fight mode is going to make you want to win at all cost. Then you start arguing back and forth with your prospect, and that's never a good thing. Control your attachment. Don't become attached to the outcome, and you'll be much, much better off and increase your probability of winning that sale. Number six, eagerness. You ever heard of people pleasers? You become so focused on pleasing others that you lose sight of all of your sales objectives, right? This happens when you, number one, become attached to one single outcome of one single listing, maybe. Maybe one buyer client is taking up so much of your time, and you're becoming so eager to just get that sale done, please that person, make that person happy, get your good review, get your commission check, right? So when you become eager, you become antsy. You get this energy about you that people can sense, and it puts people off. So control that and you'll be in good shape. And last but certainly not least is worry. Worry. All right. This is a big one. Your brain naturally focuses on everything that can go wrong instead of what can go right. And when you start thinking about everything that goes wrong, typically something goes wrong. So you have to control what you're thinking, whether you're thinking everything's going to go wrong or you're going to think everything's going to go right. And that's definitely a choice. So if you control that, you'll be able to stay a lot more level-headed when you go into any sales situation. So that is the 7 disruptive emotions. You have to be aware of these in order to make sure that you're controlling them. If you're not aware of them, you can't control them. And the person with the most emotional control in any sales situation is going to be the person that wins. So listen, this was part 1, 7 disruptive emotions. Part 2, we're going to go into how you can actually control these emotions. And let's make 2023 one of the best years ever, becoming rejection proof, because day in, day out, you're going to have to seek rejection if you want to be successful. Let's get it. Stay in the pocket.